Yo, what's up everyone? Today I'm going over the Sword and Shield Hatchet build, but I'm going to have a few PvP clips before I show the build and a few PvP clips after. I've added chapters to the video, so if you want to skip certain stuff and get what you want, just check the video timeline or the description and you can just go to where you want to go. Yeah, enjoy the video. Yo, what's up everyone? Today I'm going to be covering the Sword and Shield Hatchet build that I've been using. Nothing's really changed in the last 2 weeks. I've got a bunch of stuff to maybe like upgrade my gear, but I'm not quite ready to do that yet. But this build has been getting me through all sorts of situations and I've actually been quite enjoying it. You're dodging in and out of the fight and outplaying your opponent, unless they're like really bad, then you just left click them. So I'm going to go over my gear first. It's nowhere near best, I'm playing on fresh, so yeah, some of my perks are completely useless, but first I'm going to go with the hat. We've got Contagious Upheaval, which is very important. It's for this on the Sword and Shield, and basically you transfer 2 of your debuffs back to the enemy. So for example, if you're fighting Spear and they've got Enfeebling Skewer, so you get weakened, and I can't remember, it might be Perforate that it like inflicts a rend, and if you save your upheaval for after that, you can transfer the debuffs back to them, and now the fight isn't completely impossible. So this is a pretty necessary perk that you're going to need on the build. Chestwear, I've got Enchanted Ward, Refreshing Health, pretty good. Gloves, I've got Refreshing, Thrust Conditioning, Health. Not great, but the Refreshing is like the most important one on here. This I looted from, well, I got out of a drop from a doubloon crate with Shirking Heals, which eventually I'm going to be using that on like 4 or 5 pieces if possible. Physical Aversion and Health. I'm running unupgraded Tumbler Feet Wraps too. I got this shield from, I think, a doubloon box as well. Gold Cursed Round Shield. It's decent. I should probably change the Sturdy Forts perk, get another shield, because my armor is not great anyway, so this isn't really helping me out that much. For the sword, I got this from Mutated Genesis, Jackalope Antler. The main reason I'm using it is because it's a fairly high gear score sword with Empowering Leaping Strike on it. That's like the main thing that you want on your sword. The other perks, I would probably want Plagued Strikes on it, and then the third perk, I'm not sure what I would want to put on that. For the hatchet, this is the one from the doubloon world, the 710 Shipwrecker that you buy from there, and then I upgraded it at the kiln with Refreshing Torrent. I think your 2 best choices is going to be either Refreshing Torrent or Keen Berserk to put on the hatchet. I'm using 625 Stoneform as my heart rune. I haven't upgraded any other heart runes yet, and this one is a banger, so I'm probably gonna keep using this, upgrade it to 700 at some point. Amulet, this again from a doubloon crate, Flame Protection, Refreshing Health. I think I'd rather have a slash protection amulet because of the amount of Sword and Shield Hatchet at the moment. But Fire Staff is insanely oppressive. Even with 20% fire resistance, I'm taking like 5 or 6k damage from a fireball, which is kind of insane. But yeah, that's what I'm running for the amulet, and then we're using Blood Drinker, which kind of seems like a meme, but actually it just, you know, if you're playing in light, this could be good. It just makes you a little bit more tankier overall. If you're playing medium, definitely don't use the Blood Drinker. For the earring, we've got Refreshing Toast, which is good, Nimble, which is good. and Healing Heart, which is okay, but I do heal from my stone form anyway, and I've got pots and stuff, so I would probably prefer that to be a different perk, but I'm still not entirely sure what. As for gems, we're running 2 Moonstone here and here, 3 Onyx, Jasper on my weapons, 2 Opals, and then a Jasper here, but I'll probably change this to like an Onyx or a Moonstone. This is mainly, I put the Jasper on there because of the Gorgon raid, to be honest. But yeah, that is the gear that I'm using. The attributes that I'm using is 300 strength, 150 dex, 100 con, and then I either food buff my dex or my con, depending on what I'm doing. If it was like a 1v1 or something like that, I'd probably go for the extra dex. But if I'm like queuing OPR, which I've barely done, I'd probably use con food, or if I'm in PvP zone and there are quite a few people about and we're doing like 1vx fights, then I'm definitely going to benefit from the extra constitution. But keep in mind that if you buff your damage with Blood Drinker, you're basically getting a little bit tankier too, because you're going to do more damage, which means you're going to get more lifesteal. But you sort of choose what buff food you want to use depending on the situation. As for my weapon tree, this is my sword and shield tree. We're going Upheaval, Leaping Strike, and Shield Rush. For the hatchet, we're going Berserk, Defy Death, Raging Torrent, and Social Distancing. This helps a lot with 1vxing and also just like outplaying your opponent. For example, if you're losing the fight, you can sort of social distance out of there, you root the enemy, get some distance, you can get your cooldowns back and then continue the fight. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If I am forgetting something, let me know in the comments. I will do a video on like my thought process when using this build, like in fights, like in a 1v1 or a 1vx or something like that. But I don't want to make this video like 20 something minutes long explaining everything. I'd rather sort of do them separately. However, I will have some PvP clips in this video so you can see the build in action. And yeah, enjoy if you're going to use the build, and let me know what you think. And yeah, if you liked the video, you found it helpful, please like and subscribe. I appreciate it a lot, and have a good day. Bye bye.